First of all, a super warm welcome to everyone joining us today. It's very nice to see some of unfamiliar faces as well as nice new ones too. I'm Shanjana AS. I'm very excited to be host this inspiring session. This 2025 Codegarden season is over and we back after a short break. It feels very great to reconnect an amazing group. We all been excited about Codegarden. Now it's the perfect time to catch up. Let's make this session more fun and useful for everyone. Today, we have four MVP's most valuable persons with us. They will sharing their stories, how to achieve the more MVP certification and all. Also share what is learning at Codegarden and at all. Now, I'm very happy to announce and introduce MVPs join this meeting. First of all, I would like to introduce Afreed CP. He's an certified developer at Faces. He's from Kerala. Next, Debasish Gracias. He's from Certified Master from Brace Digital. Actually, he's from Goa. And Dhanesh Kumar MJ, he got second time MVP. That was great thing. And he's an .NET engineer in Faces. He's from Kerala. Next, I would like to introduce Nikhil Prajapati. He's also got second time MVP and he's also CEO of Giriraj Digital. He's from Ahmedabad. Thank you all for being here. We are excited to hear from you. Next, I would like to hand over to Dhanesh. Welcome, Dhanesh.
Yep, thank you, Sanjana, for the
Yeah,
wonderful
yes.
introduction. Yep. So, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah,
Can you?
yes.
Yep. So, I will. Maybe I will start with myself actually. So, myself, Dhanesh Kumar MJ. So, I'm very happy to be here actually because I'm actually recognized as the second time Umbraco MVP, and from the beginning onwards, this Umbraco community is always with me. The Umbraco India community. So, this is one of the greatest reason for me to get into the MVP actually. And also I can see the other three faces from the India is very, very, very nice to see, like, as an Umbraco MVP. I discussed with Debasish recently, and also also Nikhil, and as well as my dearest colleague Afreed. So we are very passionate about the Umbraco, and we are contributing to the Umbraco for past few years, not just as an Umbraco MVP, as a normal developer as well. We are contributing throughout the Umbraco. It's not about the Umbraco MVP actually, because Umbraco MVP is just the title the Umbraco is giving. We are all there are all other developers, or all other fellows are also contributing to the Umbraco in various ways, and Umbraco recognize or Umbraco notice some of the valuable contributions from us. That's why we are just titled as Umbraco MVP, and we are expecting more MVPs from the coming years as well. So I think the agenda of this meeting is moreover to how what are the takeaways from the Codegarden and everything. I think I can hand over these to Afreed and other fellow members, fellow MVPs, so they can give more motivation about the Codegarden, how and what are the takeaways from the Umbraco Codegarden, and the product maps, or the product maps, or the other things that is happened in the Codegarden actually. So Afreed, I think you can start from here. Yep.
Yeah, that is like actually we missed you at Codegarden. First of all, uh, it's a bummer like you couldn't make it, but yep, Codegarden was nice. It was a long trip for me, and it it was my first time in Europe as well. So uh, I was not like prepared for everything, uh, but met up like with Nikhil from the airport in Delhi, and yep, and we go to Denmark, and uh, first 2 days was just like MVP summit. I think that's the only part that most of the people doesn't have a clue what happened there. Maybe we could discuss about those things. Um, Other than that, the Code Garden part is like it was live, and all of you like must have seen the Code Garden or attended the Code Garden online. Like attending the code guy in person is a wonderful experience. Like we all agree about that. And, yeah, maybe we can do a chit chat after this. Like, um, yeah, I'm not sure. I do need an introduction. If that's necessary, like I'm Afreed. I'm from Faces. I have only been working with Umbraco for the last 3 years, and it was nice, like getting an MVP this year. And yeah, uh, I will like pass it to Nikhil then.
Thank you, Afreed. Thank you, Dhanesh and Shanjana,
Yeah.
to host this event, especially for the Indian community, that to know what is Umbraco and what's the experience. And because still I can feel the Debasish is still in a that mood of the Code Garden, I guess I can say. But I would like to say to the thank you to that HQ team, the Devil team, who has organized it very well. I messaged to Steffi that thank you for organizing it. It is very well managed, I would say. Apart from that, the first ever MVP summit, like we all were excited, and me and Afreed, as Afreed mentioned, that we joined together from the Delhi airport, and we know how the flights has delayed of 5.5 hours. We had good chit chat over there. Then the MVP summit, then the Court Garden, followed by yeah. So that was the my this is my fourth Court Garden, I can say. And apart from that, if I would like to introduce myself, so I'm a CEO and CTO at Giriraj Digital. Along with just like I am flying on Saturday night for the Court Garden, and I cleared my certification renewal on the Saturday itself. So before flying to Court Garden, so I have renewed my certification till 2027, and I am also a part of Umbraco CMS Advisory Board from India. So it's a good news for the Indian community. And yes, as Afid and Dhanesh mentioned, we would love to arrange as many as meetups or talks or festivals if we need to organize. So we can bring more MVPs and certified developers from India itself. Yes, Debas, it's over to you.
Thank you, Nikhil. Yes, so myself, Debashish, I work as a Umbraco developer at Brace Digital, which is based in UK, but I'm located in Goa. So this was my first time attending Code Garden and also my first time as a MVP. So I had a time of my life at Code Garden. Actually, I was there for kind of 2 weeks. Like I went to Denmark for a week, and then with my family, I extended my trip, and then we went to Norway. So I really had a time of my life. I enjoyed every bit of it. Code Garden was amazing. It's something that I was not expecting. It's something that you cannot encapsulate. Okay, there are so many things going around. There are various talks. There is yoga that is going on. There are so many games that are being played around. There are so many people you can connect with. Like for example, like I got a chance, or I was able to communicate and connect with so many other Umbraco developers from Mauritius, even Germany, UK, US. So it's like a great opportunity to kind of connect with your other Umbraco developers. And I would like definitely encourage and influence whoever has joined this meeting and not part of this meeting to kind of attend this event at least once and then see for yourself how great this event is.
Okay, Debashish, thank you so much. Your words are very valuable to us. Okay, I have one question from Prajapati, Nikhil Prajapati. You attend this Go Garden twice now. How does it feel?
Yeah, so I would just correct it. Like I received 2-time MVP, and this is my fourth Code Garden. So as
Okay, okay.
as a consecutive fourth one, and I can see that it's a family for us. Like the one line I still remember, which Emma mentioned, that if you are working in Umbraco, you are not alone. It's a full of community. So that's the spirit we bring it over from here in India. And yeah, with that, we consecutively went over there fourth time. And if I would say in one line that now I can visit Odense without Google Map, without internet easily. That's what I can say.
Okay, okay. Okay. Is any tips to share our become MVPs like?
Of course, of course. So I am still in discussion with many of the few friends who are
Yeah.
in India, in Dubai, that we also had a one meetup last year. At that time, we got two amazing people from HQ, which is Jonas and Daniel. So we
Yeah.
had a good meetup, and I made some of the people over there. They also going to become an MVP. So once I completed, like I came back from Codegarden, I had a WhatsApp and some face-to-face discussions with them to what are the things we can contribute, because it's a community. You should not get a fear that can I ask thing like to this to the CEO even. It's a completely friendly and you can talk to anyone, then they are very friendly. That's what I can add
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Is anything to give tips? Any other MVPs like?
Yeah, it's an MVP, like the most valuable professional, but I would say that it's a family for us, and that MVP summit represents that great unity, because even though the second day was the business summit and I have to be over there, in that case also the many of MVPs stay for the MVP summit, so it's a good sign.
Yeah.
And for the takeaways, I can say there are some of the nice initiatives of that AI, some of the good roadmap like an Umbraco products, which is still Umbraco Compose, and we all are excited towards that. It is going to be, a takeoff from Umbraco to mid-scale to the enterprise level. So we can see the growth. That's why we visit every year. Like it's a fourth, and still many more to go.
Yeah. Is any opinion, Debasish, Dhanesh, and Afreed? Is any tips to give becoming an MVP advices like?
Yes, maybe I'll go first. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll share what I did to maybe become a MVP.
Yeah, that is most
Okay.
useful for others.
Yeah, so a couple of things that I did. Okay, so one of the things that I normally do is whenever I learn something new, okay, maybe at my project work that I'm doing. So if I learn something new, I blog it on my personal website.
Yeah.
So that is something that contributes or counts to becoming a MVP. So whenever I learn something new, I always make it a point to blog it on my personal website. So that is something which everyone can do. It will not be like a very long blog, maybe like just a short blog and with a maybe a snippet of code that you implemented. Okay, and like what challenges you faced and how you overcome it using this a snippet of code. So basically, like a short blog is good enough to count as something to become an MVP. Okay, so that's one thing I had done. The other thing is I had contributed to Umbraco's open source project, that is Umbraco itself. Like I created some pull request which got approved. Okay, so that is something which everyone can do. Okay, there is a nice blog that is been written by my ex-colleague Nathaniel, which basically gives you a step-by-step guide on how to clone your Umbraco repository and get started to look into the source code of Umbraco. Okay, and from then on you can like find bugs. Obviously, there are like list of bugs that are mentioned in GitHub, but there is a nice blog or article written by Nathaniel that can help you like clone the repository and get going with the Umbraco source code. Okay, so that's something which I did, created PRs. Okay, the other thing that I did was uh, in Goa, there is like a college, there is a university. Okay, so I, along with my colleague, went to this university and we gave a talk. So we basically explained to students what Umbraco is, okay, how they can implement it. We basically gave them like a short tour of how quickly they can implement a website using Umbraco. So it was not like a very technical talk, but it just allowed them to understand what Umbraco is, what CMS is, okay, and what you can do with a CMS. So that's something which I did. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, some of the things that I did to become an MVP.
Yeah.
Maybe
Uh,
Afreed or Dhanesh can add more.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. My path, like, it's been only 3 years, so you could say I have been working, like, I have been learning Umbraco. Like, I know almost all the stuff in Umbraco. I do like most of the extensions and like uh, whatever you can do outside of Umbraco that you can integrate into. So like even in the case of pull requests, I have done pull requests and like got accepted for the hacktober first and those kind of stuff. And uh, if you haven't heard of hacktober first, like in October we do have a hacktober like event going on. uh, if you contribute or if you have like basically can contribute on docs or in the core repository itself, or I think you can even do blogs and you can just log it in there. So that will count as a contribution as well. That's an easier path if you check into hacktober first. And yeah, if you got accepted, you like you might get hoodies, or you could like plant a fee as well. And I have created plugins, as I said. Like, I have been extending Umbraco. Whatever I learn outside Umbraco, I just integrate it to Umbraco. So I have been uh, focusing on AI and uh, whatever stuff we can do in Umbraco. So I have created a AI plugin that's basically adds extra power to the Umbraco editor experience. You can just create images like or generate text um, inside Umbraco itself. That's that's basic stuff, but the only part that the plugin excels at is that like you don't have to configure your uh, providers in your app settings. So wherever you want, uh, instead you can uh, use the back office itself and use it as like connected to connect any of the providers you have in there. So it's just using the semantic kernel from Microsoft. So there are a lot of connectors there. So I implemented a lot of like bunch of connectors there, and you can switch any of the providers whenever you want. So you don't have to go into app settings or whatever settings you have to. And I have written a lot of blogs. So as I was like, I mostly experiment with stuff. So I will run into problems. So uh, there might not be any documentations there. So the only way I can do stuff is like looking at the core repository and figuring out stuff. So uh, that way, like I get a lot of what do you say, like experience or mm, contents to write a blog. So I just do that like so the community can know the stuff and they don't have to go to the hassle of looking into the core code. And as Debasish said, like doing a pull request and contributing to the core repository is easy. And as of Umbraco 16, there is a example like playground area in the repository. You can just go there and like try you extending the back office. And if you have something that's useful for others, you can just like do a pull request there and they will accept it. So I'll share the link here. if you guys want to check it out, it's in the documentation itself. You can just go there and go into the repository and check it out later. Yep. And yeah, and I have been like part of this community as well. We have hosted the first ever meetup, like offline meetup in Kerala. So I have been a part of that, and like I have done a session in here and like hosted events. So that's all. Yeah, that's all from
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Thank you, Afreed. I hope everyone useful for this Afreed and all talks. Next, I would like to call Danish. Is like to share anything?
Yeah, Dhanesh, you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. So actually, this year I actually missed the Codegarden. So it was a great miss for me in terms of a developer, because it was the first MVP summit ever happened in the Umbraco. So maybe next year I will be the part of the MVP summit, and it's very we are very honored that we have a great Nikhil is here. He's actually attended around 4 years continuously, maybe for the Codegarden, and there is two new guys that is actually from India and from one is from the Goa and other from is from the Kerala actually. So now we have around 4 members from the community. And in terms of the MVP, what I want to say is like for all the developers who, or all the persons who is watching this or be the part of the community, I just want to say that don't do anything specific for become an MVP. Just do what is actually passionate for you in terms of Umbraco, because when we are doing something to get a specific thing, then we didn't get that at that time, then that would be a regret, or that would be a um, it's not right at that time, right? So the better thing is like just focus on Umbraco, just do what it passionate for the community, and give it back to the community. So that's very important actually, because we all learn from the community itself, from the forums we are learning, like from the starting point of as a developer, we have doubts and we need clarifications. And for that we are actually depending on the blogs, we are depending on the forums, and we are depending on the Slack channel, and and all the other Umbraco passionate peoples are there on those channels actually. So they were actually trying to help us. So that's why we are actually developing in terms of knowledge and everything. And when we are get it in something stuck in some programs or some functionalities in terms of Umbraco, when while we are developing, those people are actually helped us. So at this point, this is the right time to help it back actually. When we are the persons, we need to help and we need to give it back to the community actually. So we learned a lot from the community, and this is the right time to give it back actually. So just start giving it back in terms of whatever it is. If you are passionate about doing coding, just as Debasish mentioned, just pull the code from the GitHub. It's an open source platform, so you can just pull it in your local, and you just go to the issues in the GitHub. There is a we can see the issues that people are actually raising. So pick a good. There is a filter called good first issue, so you can filter it, and that is very simple issue. We can look into it. Anyone can actually fix that issues. So just click on any issues that makes relevant to you actually, and go on through those issues and try to identify what actually the issue is, and try to replicate in the local, and if try to fix that in the local. If you can't fix it in the local, and if you want any help, you can directly go to the community, and you can directly go to the forum, or even you can directly go to the GitHub, and you can raise like I am trying to solve this, but I can't follow I can't understand what is this. Can anyone can help? So anyone will jump in and help us. So that is the greatest power of the Umbraco community, that what I feel. It's very friendly actually. No one will judge us. Like if you are asking a foolish question or whatever it is, they won't judge us actually. They will help us whatever it is. So that's very important when we are comparing with other communities as well. So and one of the tagline is like Nikhil, it's a friendly community. That's one of the greatest tagline of the Umbraco, and that's very true actually. That's what I understand from my experience. So just do whatever it makes sense to you guys. If it's a if you moreover in focus into coding, just pull the code and do it there, like just raise a pull request. And if you are not brilliant in coding, if you are not focused, you don't want to focus in coding, then just do it the documentation. You can, there is lots of things that we can do it in the documentation side. You can correct the documentation, or even if there is something is missed in the documentation, we can create another pull request to add those things in the documentation. Or if you are very much passionate about speaking and taking the session, just conduct a event. And in terms of India, it's kind of a big market, right? In terms of the developers, in terms of the agencies, we are very big market, and we are very open to taking the sessions and taking the seminars or the hackathons or whatever it is. Just create a request to us, or email to us. We will conduct a wonderful event. We will give all the support. And even I want to say this, like Sanjana, she is firstly actually hosting in her entire career, and she just has 6 months of experience in Umbraco, and we are great privileged to be Sanjana to be a part of this community and to be host this session actually. So this is actually a spirit of the Umbraco community and Umbraco Indian user community actually, and it's great to see, actually great to see. Yeah, so that's what my takeaways from the community. And as I'm saying that, don't do just to get the MVP. Just do whatever makes sense to you, and what we can give it back to the community. That's very important, and just focus on that, and Umbraco will pick you guys at the right time at the right person. So that's what I can say to you guys. And I think Nikhil, Debashish, or Afreed, I think you can share more about the takeaways from Umbraco, the Codegarden, what we need to focus on in the next year. Or maybe I can see some roadmaps from the CTO Flip, from the blog itself. So if you can give some highlights of what are the summary of the Codegarden from the technical perspective, other from the perspective, so that would be good actually.
Yeah, your sessions are very amazing. Next participation session. Like if you have any doubt, you can directly ask with our MVPs. I think Deepan is ask one question. You can raise a question now. Deepan Sal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. He like I'm not sure he doesn't have any Umbraco background, or are you not aware of Umbraco, or are you new to Umbraco? Maybe you can speak. Okay. So
He's
like
student.
Umbraco, yeah, Umbraco is an open source CMS that's been around for last 20 years, and I'm not sure if you have if you are aware of CMSs, or do I need to talk about them? Or
If I would add to that, like
He wants some short knowledge, I guess.
in short list. So the word, I think many of us might don't know about Umbraco. Actually, Umbraco is a Danish word for the key called hex key, kind of Allen key. You can plug and place somewhere else. So it's a completely, in technical knowledge, I can say it's a component based. Wherever you plug, it will get a best fit for that. So it's a kind of Allen key. So that is the Danish word called Umbraco. And it's a, yes, there is a tagline on the website, mainly it's an open source for enterprise CMS, which is Umbraco.
Is anything else, Deepan?
yeah, and if you have any background in WordPress, or if you have heard about WordPress, WordPress is a CMS, and Umbraco is also a CMS. Like, I'm not sure what all I can say about it. Dhanesh, can you maybe you
Yeah.
can do a better intro
Yeah.
to Umbraco?
Actually, Deepan, actually, first of all, thank you for joining us. And high school student, you are actually passionate about the technology. Is very, very inspiring for us. And thank you for joining, first of all. And as Nikhil and Afreed actually give you a short note about what is Umbraco. Actually, it's a CMS. It's a .NET CMS. Like you can manage manage the content. There's a back office, and you can log into the back office with the user credential, and you can change it the content, and you can publish. And whenever it is published, you can see it in the front end. So that is the overall idea of any CMS. And Umbraco is one of the greatest and the friendliest CMS actually. And if you look into our YouTube channel, we did a comprehensive tutorial about Umbraco, how we can install it, how we can run it in local, how we can use Umbraco in a potential way. If you have some time after this meeting, or get some whenever you get, to just go to the our channel, or even just type in the Umbraco CMS in the the YouTube. You can see lots of tutorials actually. So and also I want to say that, okay, from the next meetup onwards, just join with us. We will start together actually. So in the next meetup, we have a nice topic that is Giriraj is actually taking, that is about the Umbraco 16. There is new features that is introduced in Umbraco 16, and there is much more new functionalities Umbraco itself is introduced. So we can go through that, and at that point you will get more idea about what is Umbraco CMS, and we will cover the basic things also. So if you can join in from the next meetup onwards, that would be good, and we can grow together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool explanation, Dinesh. Thank you. So yeah, few things I will ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a Nikhil. Actually, you've been attending Codegarden for last 4 years, and what is the biggest difference that you noticed already on it? I mean, like it's about events as well on the community. How you see that?
So I would say it's a kind of both. Like I still remember my first time. There is one Indian MVP. Everyone knows, like Purnima. She has just she made me on the first time, and she asked me, Nikhil, why you are shy? Just talk to anyone. You will get whatever you are asking. So the way, like I was like from India and it's Denmark, it's a too big difference in terms of the culture and everything, right? So the first thing is, even though I don't know that I'm taking a photo with the ex Prime Minister of Denmark at the first Codegarden. He was an ex Prime Minister, and I can see it's a good human being. And we represented our Indian culture as a gift, that three monkeys to the ex-CEO of Umbraco, like that three monkeys everyone knows. And he still has placed that three monkeys on to his desk whenever I meet him. And so it's a kind of a good community, whatever the personality is. If he is someone like who is just selling a t-shirt, or the CEO, like it's a great human being, as an example. And the second one is for the tech conference, like as soon as you attend the Codegarden, you should know where the Umbraco's focus is for the next upcoming few years. So if I will compare my first Codegarden to the fourth one, I can say like we were knowing Umbraco very little at first Codegarden, and now we know, like from 6-17 onwards, what's the next target, next market. So based on that, we can learn. Like even though it's a kind of a joint venture, there is a slide in the Philips talk. Umbraco is a joint venture. Like you can also suggest there is a Coda. I think MVP people knows that Coda. If you want to contribute, if you want to know anything, just raise a request, and everything will be tried best to serve it. So it's a great learning in terms of the development, in terms of the business, both sides. I would say.
Cool. So to the next question for me to Devash. So what is the? I mean, you already traveled with your family for a week, and yeah, I hope it was an exciting trip. But what is the best moment? What is the best moment you got from the Codegarden with the family?
You mean to say my best moment at Codegarden with my family?
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
with your family, or from Codegarden, which one was the most
okay.
interesting moments? Yeah.
Okay, I think a couple of interesting or best moments I can tell. I think one of my best moments would definitely be like going on the stage and receiving the MVP award. So that's like something which I won't forget. What else? A couple of interesting things which I will not forget, like the culture. Okay, like although this was my first time in Denmark, like I went for this event, Codegarden, for the first time. So the people there, the developers there, were so friendly. Like I could easily communicate with them. I could talk to them. Okay, so as I said in my introduction, like I was able to connect with individuals from so many countries. Okay, so that's again like a big takeaway for me. Like it's one such event where you can connect with so many individuals. Okay, uh, the other thing is definitely the MVP summit. Okay, so just to give a quick idea of what MVP Summit was. So it was like a 1.5 day event, okay, which was held on Monday and Tuesday. So all the MVPs got together, okay, and we had kind of different topics to discuss, okay. So we were divided into two groups. Okay, so I think if I'm not wrong, there were 50 to 60 plus MVPs. Okay, so we were divided into two groups. We were made to sit in a circle, okay, and we could discuss basically anything there. Like the topics were shortlisted and we could give inputs, learn from others. Okay, so that's also like a big takeaway from for me, because like I got to learn so many things from the MVP Summit, like how others are using Umbraco. Okay, like for example, like there was this topic about headless. Okay, so I got to learn so many things about headless just by listening to them. Okay, the other thing was like you get a lot of inspiration, like when you go for such events, like you come across people, okay, who you have seen on videos. Like I'm sure you all must have watched Paul Seal videos. Okay, so when you meet them in person, it's like totally a different experience. Like you are actually meeting a superstar. Okay, so you get to see all those people in person, like Kevin Jump, the one who created using package, right? You like I had a conversation with Aaron Sedler. I think he has his own hosting platform called Host. So all those people, all those talented people who you have seen on forums, okay, who you have seen on videos, like you get to meet them in person. So that's like a big takeaway from me. Like otherwise, if you had not to attend Codegarden, you would have never met them in person, and you would have never uh, got a chance to talk to them.
Nice, nice. And I have one more question to
Yeah.
Afreed. So, Afraid, you are very much familiar with the AIs, and you are very much interested in AIs, and you working with a lot of things. And so, you got anything take away from the AI related one in Umbraco, and like you already in the submits like Code Garden submit. MVP submit. Is there any discussion related with AI or any future with AI on the tools?
Yeah. Like our like the CEO said, like in our offline meetup, Umbraco is not going to like adapt to AI right now. They are waiting for to know like what's the best approach, what's the best way to integrate it into Umbraco. But the community is growing fast, and we are adapting to AI, and we are like building a lot of stuff to AI. If you're just going to the marketplace and there's a like filter for AI, you could just see all the plugins or the packages that's created for AI, and there's a lot right now. So one of the biggest takeaways for AI is the new addition of Umbraco MCP. So there's a community version, community MCP server that's handled by Matthew, I think. And yep, it's Umbraco has recognized that one as the official MCP server for Umbraco. So in the future, everything related to AI will be around those, like around there, and MCP is the future. That's it's just that if you have like any knowledge in MCP or what the AI stuff is happening right now, it's just that with this MCP tool, you could just ask the AI to create a document type or content, it will just do whatever you want. If you want, you create a user, you can just use natural language to do that. So yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Afreed. Is any more questions, Girish, from your side?
No, we can give
Yeah,
others. Yeah.
really good questions.
I think
Yeah,
Nikhil
talks
is
also
mentioned
very
about
motivated
food,
us.
right?
Yeah,
I think Nikhil is mentioned about food actually. So
yeah,
I think Nikhil from the Code Garden itself, I think we can request for the Indian food as well because the members are actually increasing, right?
Yeah. Sure.
But we are actually going there to like try the Danish food. So I don't think we want Indian food there.
from
Yeah.
Nijas is asking some question. You can ask it directly, Nijas.
I don't think, but like
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Hi,
I
everyone.
don't. Yeah, hi.
Yeah,
And
hi.
Sorry guys,
And yes.
for being late. I had some back-to-back meetings, so yeah. So hey, yeah, very happy to see you all, especially the MVPs. So we I got chance to communicate with these guys before in the LinkedIn and all, but yeah, I'm very happy to see you. Well, yeah. So basically, you all coming from the Umbraco Code Garden and all. So now we have a lot of developers in India, especially we have many MVPs now. So what do you think? Are they planning for any code garden outside the Denmark, anywhere, or even in India? What do you think?
uh, I don't think so. But Mats was like saying he's ready to travel to India if we like, invite, or if there is any festivals going on in India. Maybe we could do a festival in here and invite them, and they will buy in. That's the yeah. That was what's its idea.
So it's all depend on us how
Yep.
to our community and they have the
Uh,
reason behind it.
yep.
And
He just need a reason to
he
come to
just
India. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, we can make one.
I think we discussed last year when I was in the Code Garden. I think we discussed this the same like not the Code Garden actually. I think Code Garden won't be
Yep.
happened outside the Denmark. I think so, but
Mhm.
we can we can like plan like festival, the Umbraco India festival like that. We can plan. I think there is Dutch festival and other festival is actually called Cabin or kind of those
Mhm.
events are actually happening outside the Denmark. So. Uh, if we have that right people to organize the right people to convey the same like-minded persons in the all over the state in India, then I think we can pull over this idea actually. The idea is already there, and I think we discussed and Daniel and Afreed and discussed with I think Nikhil last year, and if we it's for the right time actually when we need to plan that's the basic thing because the festival is kind of something big like we need to plan it's not just a 2 hour or 3 hour session, it's a long journey like one day kind of thing, so we need to plan accordingly. We need to invite the HQ members and other peoples from the Umbraco and we need to plan accordingly. So yeah, we have the idea actually. We have if we get the right resource and if we get the right the people and the right time, we can plan accordingly. And I think Afreed is also talked with me right after he come from the Code Garden. Like they just discuss the same with the current CEO of Umbraco, and he's also interested in that. So we can plan accordingly because this is a vibrant community, and so yeah, we can plan actually. Just it's all about the when and the time and the planning. That's very important. The planning is very important. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So we can
Thank,
plan accordingly.
yeah. Thank you, Dhanesh.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nijas. Is any question from your side? Is
And
anybody
like
have?
I will help like if anyone have any interest in what we like knowing what we have done in the Umbraco like MVP summit, I will just add what we have like discussed in here,
Yeah,
so you can ask about those, or if you want to know what we discussed. It's just like there were two tracks, so uh, I couldn't attend both of them, obviously. So I have attended some of them. Debasish like have attended some of them. Maybe Nikhil have attended some of them, but we don't have the total like coverage of everything in here. But I think we have a doc, right? Yeah, but I will have to like pull it up and look into it. But if that's something I have like attended, like maybe I can answer whatever you have.
Yeah,
I
thank
think
you,
you just
Afreed. This
recently,
is
Afreed, you just recently write a blog, I think so, right? So if you can share the link here with the Codegarden Experience blog, then that would be great to others as well. So
Yeah,
just
I'll just if you have been following me on socials, you might have already have gone through like the Code Garden experience with me, because I have posted like each and every corner of Code Garden and the whole Europe trip. So you can just go to the blog and you can like check out the pictures. It's from Umbraco HQ guys itself. So huge thanks to them for the images. And if you just look at the images, it's just the whole vibe is vibrant and colorful. Yeah, that's Code Garden. Like if you have any questions around this, maybe we can take those.
Is anybody have any questions?
No question, but I just wanted to let everyone know. Maybe some of you all will already know, but the next Code Garden will be in Copenhagen. It won't be in Odense. So more reasons to attend Code Garden this time. So it's just a direct flight from India.
Yeah,
Exactly. So no need to take a train.
and yeah,
After
Delhi
that,
to Copenhagen.
after that's a good experience, I can say.
yeah. And it should be bigger than what's happening in Odense. So because it's just in Copenhagen. Yes.
Maybe I've got a question for Nikhil since he has been at 4 Code Gardens. So if you compare the previous 3 Code Gardens, right, Nikhil, like since this year was like the 20th anniversary year, so like what did you feel like? Was it something bigger, better this time, or
Yeah,
maybe it was similar to the previous years?
actually, every year's, for me, every year's has some different glimpse for me. The first year I was shy, and it's like I am the only one from India who traveled over there. So, and Purnima was there, so I can feel like a family over there. Then second year, I got a surprise, like an Umbraco hardcore heart with the lightings.
Okay.
So Umbraco Secret Santa. I'm still finding who was that person. I put it on my desk with the lighting, and it has been managed with Wi-Fi. The Umbraco hardcore logo. In third year, I was a speaker at Code Garden, so I gave a talk on AI, like what can be done with the AI in Umbraco. So like 2023, and this was the 20th anniversary. So I can see the audiences this time, the first time, like in the business summit also, we are divided into the groups. Some group has been traveled to different places to show the Danish culture, kind of their houses and some different tracks. So the Umbraco commerce, at the time, the vendor to commerce migration was happening. One of that. Second time, it was on a single stage, the all gold partners and for the business summit and for the different speakers. This time we have a good board experience. I think we all did together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a kind of fun, and like it's a full time conference. The last day it's always an hackathon, and yeah, it's a good mixer, and I can say the day by day it's getting more good. This time the talk was too much inspirational. We can say that the AI, the orchestration that Umbraco composed. I still see that Umbraco MCP event, which is still the next chapter to be open. And yeah, so I think we can say that it's in a good hand as a community. It's going good. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. And is any other questions from your side, like audience? Shall we wind up? I hope there is no question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, we coming to the session. Actually, the session was very amazing, and I very
I think
huge amount of thanks. Yeah.
yeah, I think there's a question from Deepan again. Sorry to disturb again. So I just
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's asking about some Umbraco related things. Sorry. Yeah. Maybe we can connect with Deepan and give more details. Like maybe he's very interesting on Umbraco. Then
yeah, it's depends just that like you have your HTML and you like directly without just what to say if without like directly writing your content inside the HTML, you just use the Umbraco as your content platform and you dynamically renders your content in HTML. So you can change your content whenever you want. So you don't have to test the HTML or CSS part again or whatever.
I hope Hadiban is understand something.
Yeah, if
Okay.
you haven't, like you can just connect it to us and maybe in LinkedIn or wherever. Mine's .NET, SQL, C Sharp, and everything. Yeah.
yeah, so we are almost reaching the time. So Sanjana,
Yeah. Yeah.
we can kind of yeah.
Okay. We can coming to wind up. I really thanks to our most valuable persons. Your speech are very supporting us, and we can able to get MVPs based on your words. Next, I would like to big thanks to your participation made this meetup so special. Let's stay connected, keep learning, and continue building an awesome developer community. There are many exciting sessions coming up. Make sure to follow the Umbraco India user group. Stay updated. Thank you again, and see you on next meeting. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.